If you want more content from We Studios, check us out at weepodcast.com. That's weepodcast.com, where you can find our Simpsons podcast, worst episode ever, our commentary series Sync Points, our Reddit, our Twitter, our Facebook, all that good stuff.
All of that good stuff. And if you want to follow this show, it's at 90s Percentile on Twitter. And if you want to support this show while you're at weepodcast.com, all you got to do is click those Amazon banner ads or save you one click, Jack. All you got to do is go to amazon.wepodcast.com. It'll take you right to Amazon, and we will get a cut of whatever you buy.
It's the place to be.
It's that easy. It's the place to be. And this is 90s Percentile.
60 minutes are on the clock, and straight out of We Studios, this is 90s Percentile. My name is Jack.
My name is Dan, and we're talking everything 90s and maybe also everything before and after.
That's right, and talking 90B&A. With us today is two guests, Rob Gorrie and George Pappas. How's it going, guys?
Hang it loose. Oh, yeah. Feeling good.
Good,
all right.
Good. So, George, you're an actor. You're a producer.
I'm more of an actor,
Theater.
singer, piano player.
You were
Whoa,
in- you were-
multi-hyphenate over here.
Multi-hyphenate.
I always think you were in Mamma Mia, and then I remember you were in Tony and Tina's Wedding with like Mila Kunis and Joey McIntyre.
Yeah, with Joey Mack. Yeah,
Wow. My
Tracy
wife would be
Dean.
very impressed.
Oh, she would? Does that mean anything?
No, it doesn't mean
It
anything.
doesn't mean
Yeah, it's
absolutely
nice
nothing.
to shit. You know,
As
that's an
long as
honor.
your wife cares about something that I've done,
There
that's
you
all that
go.
really
That's all.
matters.
That's all you care about.
And Rob, you're more of a stage actor.
No.
No, I mean
TV
you're
and
less
film,
of a stage
mostly.
actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a critique about his abilities?
Yeah, you're very loud on camera. I don't know why you're always doing things in iambic pentameter. There's just One Life to Live is not iambic. No. You were in the Preppie Connection, which was just out in movie theaters. It's on Amazon now? Is it on iTunes?
It is on iTunes. It's also on demand, pretty much everywhere at this point.
I just watched it. I watched it last night. It was a really cool movie. It's based on a true story about like this drug ring in the 80s in a prep school.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's set in '84. A bunch of prep school kids in Connecticut start smuggling cocaine from Colombia, and
It sounds like
It was-
a lighthearted romp.
I personally think Rob Gorrie was incorrectly cast in the role.
It was kind of like me and Dan's experience in high school, except instead of like secret underground cocaine ring, it was like we'd give each other Simpsons quizzes.
Yeah. It's true.
All right.
And then you were also, I think this is super cool. You were on Gotham as Dick Grayson's father, John Grayson. That's
That
Very
is
cool.
awesome.
That
that's
is
like
amazing.
pretty
That's
much
really
playing a
cool.
superhero. That's you're 99% closer to Iron Man being Robert Downey Jr. than me and Dan Arted being anybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
If you can hang out on camera and wear a unitard, you're cool in my books.
I wanted to bring it up. I was going to set up the photo. I found a perfect photo, but I figured, what? It's an audio podcast. I won't do
Yeah.
this to him. But if
We'll
you
put it on
just
the Reddit.
No,
if you're
just
listening,
pull
if
it
you're
up.
listening to this, Google John Grayson, Rob Gorrie's character, but Batman the animated series, and then compare that 6'9", 400-pound bodybuilder with a huge German mustache to Rob Gorrie's like photo, like public relations shot of Gotham, where you look like the sixth
All right,
NSYNC member.
Listen. To be fair, the episode takes place before Robin is born, so it's actually the episode where the parents meet for the
You
first
didn't
time.
stick it to Grayson's mom yet.
Much younger.
It's
Grayson
pre-sticking.
family. Yes.
So that means you will be on again eventually, but you will have to die at some point.
Hopefully,
Otherwise, there's no Robin.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Die
We want you to
die
come on and die. That's what we're all
right.
pulling for, Rob.
So,
Wouldn't be the first time on television. That's for sure.
so we're very happy to have both of you guys here.
Thanks. Glad to be
This
here.
is actually our first. We love our qualifiers.
Yes.
This is our first set of guests that we've had on, more than one guest, since we've come up with the rule that guests can pick the topic. So
Correct.
last time we had five guys in the
very cool.
room. It was totally random. I think we did like Crystal Pepsi and Wayne's
Yeah,
World.
we talked about Wayne's World. Yeah.
So check out that episode.
That was a good one.
So now you guys actually get to pick. So we have a bit of a conundrum. There's two of you. We might only have time for one topic. So somebody's got to pick first. But here's the thing. The second person can then either pick the second topic
Or go right into the Wheel of Death, our random topic generator.
I like the random topic generator.
and we'll just go with what we got. We got over 500 topics in there at this
or
point.
you sell your topic ticket.
Oh.
the
You
sell
want
the
to
topic
use
to
it.
No,
to
no.
you
Oh,
guys.
you could sell it to
you
us.
could sell it to
We
one of
are
us.
creating our own rules.
I was gonna say you're gonna sell it to each other, but all right. The thing is, it's
flip it
anything
back.
is up. We can offer you
Flip it back. It's
money.
called a
We can
punt.
offer you
It's called the
respect.
punt.
Yeah.
I'll vacuum your living room for a week for the topic, and then somebody has to auction me out. What
No,
do you
it's fine.
think?
You know, Rob and I were actually talking about topics, and we were just obviously we're
I'd
really
love to.
excited.
I'd
coming
love to be
on.
a fly
Absolutely.
on the wall
Yeah,
in
we're
that
like, so
Starbucks
what are we gonna
conversation.
do?
What are we gonna pick?
What are we gonna bring to the table?
Yeah.
Or the 3 little pull-out tables that we have here.
Our little TV trays that we record
TV
on.
trays. I sort of love them.
Don't break the
Deco.
fourth wall. It's a
Home in
beautiful
Paris.
diamond
In
table.
our solid gold studio. I'm sorry.
Anyway, we have just naked Asian people on their hands and knees.
Yeah, but we're not recording on them. They're just in the room
No,
with
that's
us.
where we eat
Giving
the
us
Doritos
massage-
off it.
Giving us massages. I'm
course.
actually lying down right now, and someone is actually walking on my back.
Yeah, it's a very relaxing show.
People didn't realize the extra income we've been getting from 90s Percentile.
Oh,
now
yeah.
it's not just We Studios, it's We Spa.
We Spa. That's what we're doing now.
We are in the recording sauna.
It's
Feels
very
like it.
hot. It does feel like it.
There are some amazing scented candles lit. Right
Yeah,
It is,
I am
yeah.
schwitzing.
That's
definitely.
because
We're
We
having a
Studios
nice schwitz.
sometimes smells like garbage. And candles need to be lit.
It's all the dead
those are
Asian people
podcasts.
around here. Oh, did we not say they were dead? Okay, never mind. I withdraw my statement. All right, anyway.
Just gotta stop putting the
So, anyway,
kegs up.
so Rob and I were actually talking about.
All right, the
this.
90s.
So Rob,
Yes.
Rob, you bring up the topic, and I'll follow up.
All right, guys, our first topic.
All
What
right,
do you got?
So that does mean, George, if we do go to a second topic near the end of the episode,
I want a
you can
hard
pick or-
random generator
Okay.
in
well,
my face.
let's see if we get there. We've still got 54 minutes, 26
Kinda
seconds.
hoping
on
we
the
don't
clock.
at this point.
We might
Hard
not
random
get there.
generator in my face.
Well, all right. So
Talking to the mic,
I
Rob.
will talk directly into the mic.
There we go.
We don't
Now,
have
you
those-
are an actor, correct?
Yes, that's that. Well, yes.
No, it's fine.
Sometimes.
Where was the microphone when you were doing your trapeze scenes?
Okay, so
No answer.
So you're not being invited back.
Gonna leave that one. Gonna leave that one hanging.
Oh.
I
put
sort of
up.
did that.
Shh. No. I was looking at George was trying to show me something on his phone here. All right,
Yeah,
so
no, that's fine.
We're just recording a show. It's okay.
Who cares?
to me, the 90s were synonymous with.
Hold on, let me send this text.
That's what we were all doing in the 90s.
No, actually, that was
Wow.
fantastic. Wow, I just slipped into a
Wow.
walk-in.
Yeah, you definitely went to walking right there.
All right, so to me, the 90s were synonymous with grade school, with middle school, with 6th, 7th, 8th grade,
Sure.
9th grade, that time period, and I distinctly remember being in the lunchroom and doing a quick survey of what everybody else brought to the table, and there were trades that were had, there were there was jealousy, there were people that had none. There was sharing that took place. Anyways, that was like a really big learning experience. I'm sorry to go deep on it, right now.
So
but,
your topic is Lethal
my
Weapon
topic-
3.
No. But it made me think, a really cool thing to talk about would be 90s snack foods.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the specific snack foods trade, because I think I heard This American Life or something, and maybe it was some NPR podcast.
About the black markets of snack foods?
Yeah, I know about these kids that they do. Maybe it was a short story. It was a fictional short story. There was something where it was about
The
literally.
story's getting away from you, Jack.
There was literally kids who would sell. Oh, you know what? It was a Planet Money. It was a Planet Money, and it was an economics lesson and how this kid started.
Oh, it was a
Jesus.
Bazooka Joe
Yeah.
comic. That's what it was.
Yeah. No, it was a Planet Money. Anyway, about this
90s
is a
snack
thing.
food.
It's the
90s
kids
snack
actually
foods.
do trade them, and it's a whole a Roman
Thing.
forum market.
Okay.
Wow.
I didn't have this in school. We didn't have anything that organized.
I thought you were going to say
I
you didn't
feel
have anything
like-
worth trading.
I feel like
We're all eating crackers
Well,
here.
that's
That's-
also part of it.
in the 90s,
yeah.
if you didn't
Rich
bring
get richer.
if you didn't bring what was considered cold lunch, you were frowned upon. If you
Yeah.
went to get hot
Oh, yeah,
lunch,
no, I couldn't
come
get hot
back with
lunch.
cheeseburgers and the overcooked tater tots, which actually were pretty
were
awesome.
pretty
good. Oh, yeah.
I love
But
them.
the onion rings were just
You were like, oh,
dried breadcrumbs that instantly gave you diarrhea.
exactly.
I always thought that was a laxative. You were supposed to eat that as a food?
The mac and cheese make you fall asleep in the next period.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, yeah,
Good times.
I remember the hot lunch had that reputation of being like the poor kids.
Yeah.
and
I
I was
never wanted
poor.
that. Yeah, me too.
Especially the early grades, but to save face, I would always get cold lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Mom always stepped it up for me and brown bagged it and was
Exactly.
like, "Hey, here's you've been good this week. Have some. I'm gonna give you some Airheads.
Oh.
Five
Wow.
5-cent Airheads.
The little
And
short ones. I remember
and
those.
and
Yeah.
The
The first
red
one.
ones. The red ones were awesome. I like
That's
the
like-
cherry, the watermelon.
That's like
But
getting a bunch
sometimes
of
my mom
Ulysses
was
S.
like,
Grants.
if I was really good, Mom would give me the white one. She'd be like, "That's a
White one was the best
Oh.
one.
It's
White
a surprise.
One, white
You
one
never
was
know
the
with
best
the white
What you're
one.
gonna get in your mouth.
Jack, stop repeating white was the best one. It's making me very uncomfortable. But I agree, white was the best one of the Airheads.
Of the Airheads.
Yeah.
Well, see, my jump off was the Dunkaroo.
Yes.
That was the thing that made me look forward to
We
lunch.
did a whole
Of course.
episode on Dunkaroos.
We did talk about
We
Dunkaroos.
did. We sang a ska song about it.
Jack, how did that song go again?
Dunkaroos. Dunkaroos.
The ska song.
Join in, guys. What are you guys playing?
I don't know.
20,
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Well, we've actually put
Do you have a
together
list of
We actually
90
put
snacks?
together a
Oh,
list of
okay.
90
What about
snacks.
handy snacks?
How about
Remember
handy
handy snacks with the little red square thing?
Absolutely. A
You
little
brought
stick.
crib notes to your snack foods combo?
Yeah, absolutely.
Complete with pictures.
Handy
Yeah,
snacks were
that's great for this audio podcast.
Oh, come
Yeah, but
on.
it's great to help you describe it.
George
you
and
know?
Rob brought us a slideshow.
We felt like
Well,
you
we
would bring a
appreciate
lot.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, you know, we
Yeah,
tried.
no, that's awesome. I loved handy snacks. No, those were like they were yummy treats, and then they were like functional treats. And I feel like I got functional treats like 3, 4,
Now,
5.
what is a functional treat in your mind,
Yeah,
Jack?
exactly.
I'm
Like-
very
That's,
curious.
I don't know.
like a snack that was like
Like a banana?
yeah, no, I like bananas. Like a really stale like pastry, like a cheap
Were you often coming to school with really stale
Yeah,
pastries?
like a cheap
like a dried out
hostess.
zebra
Really?
cake.
Maybe
Yeah.
with the oatmeal cream pie.
Yeah, like
Oh,
exactly,
cream
exactly.
pie.
Like getting the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie. I would be disappointed. I would want like fruit by the foot or
Right.
I just
Gushers.
I just picture your poor mother like going through like an Italian bakery's dumpster and being like,
like-
Jack, all we got is the stale pastries.
I just smack it out of my
You're like,
hands.
when are you gonna get me Dunkaroos?
I didn't know,
I have a
I
little
didn't know
wife.
the Italian bakery was from Mexico.
It's in a bad part.
Papa's gonna come
It's in a
home.
bad part of town.
Papa's gonna come home, and I'm gonna go every day with
Yeah,
fresh
that's right.
fresh baked goods.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
By the way, you said brown bag, and I find that offensive because I had a lunchbox up until 4th grade.
And first of all, you brown bag it like every day to work.
Oh, in real life, yeah. So George and Rob work with me,
As opposed to Second Life.
and no, it's like outside of the Wii Studios.
Got you.
I
Oh,
have a
okay.
life. The listeners don't know.
Not much of a life.
They conjecture. In fact, there was an entire Reddit thread that said, "Is Jack dead
Is Jack
inside?"
dead inside? I think the answer came out yes,
yes.
Jack. By the way,
Absolutely.
we're all very
It
worried
saved me
about
a
you.
lot of therapy bills. It's
Yeah.
just like, let me just
I am
rely
dead
on this
inside.
Reddit of 9 uninformed people.
If Reddit's good for anything, it's diagnosing your mental illnesses. But anyway, snack foods.
Yeah.
I never had when I went to Catholic school growing up, so I don't know if you guys did or you guys went to public school or what have you. But we didn't bring our lunch. Like all of us got the school cafeteria lunch.
food, hot
Yeah.
lunch.
I'm
Well,
talking before that, maybe the middle
the
school.
early days.
Well, yeah. What about before that?
No, I went to Catholic school from kindergarten through 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
So I was
you were only hot lunch.
So
all the time.
I
All hot
firmly
lunch all the
believe in
time.
Jesus, and hot lunches are his gift to us.
That was in the Beatitudes.
It was in
So
the
You
you
also,
Beatitudes.
you all,
those who have cold lunch will have hot lunch.
We'll get hot lunch at the right hand of the
At the right
Father.
hand of the Father. At the
name of the
left hand
Father.
is the Arizona machine.
Yes. And you can get your little Debbie's oatmeal pies
Oh, but Paul,
from
you get the-
Judas. Who's in heaven for some reason.
Give him his sack of Debbie's.
Go on.
All right, what do we
All right,
got?
what other
What's-
snack
what's
foods
on
you
your
guys
app
got?
here?
You have a
I got
list here.
I got polio string cheese, goldfish.
I love polio string cheese. For a second, I thought you were combining them. Like there were polio string cheese flavored goldfish,
Oh, you know-
which sounds great.
That
goldfish-
sounds
or
crazy.
goldfish
That
flavor.
sounds like I'd be backed up for weeks, but
Yes.
it sounds amazing.
Yes.
You know what? The one I always want to talk about is Hydrox. I don't know if you guys.
Hydrox?
Hydrox.
Like Oreo.
It actually came out before Oreos.
They were before Oreos.
Talk
sucks.
about
Oh,
the
no,
ultimate.
Oreos
talk,
are bootleg Hydrox.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And talk
which
about
is
the
fucked
ultimate
up.
stale food. That's right up your stale
Yeah.
food alley.
I know, but don't you feel so bad for Hydrox? I'm
Not
assuming
really.
I'm assuming that's his name. I'm assuming he's a lizard supervillain. I am Hydrox. I
am
bring you
Hydrox.
chocolate
Wait,
and
wait.
vanilla cookies.
His name is Hydrox, but he's a lizard and not like a water monster.
Water monster? Yeah.
Hydrox.
Is it like
live
an
in
electric
water.
eel or something like that?
I picture a ox made of water.
I don't know.
Hydrox.
My
Was Hydrox a level in Sonic?
It sounds like it certainly could have been a level in Sonic. Yeah, with like
Sonic, wait, what
turbines
was
and
the- what
shit.
was the-
I
what
could
was
see
the- what
that.
was
It was
intro
after
music to
after
Sonic?
Chips Ahoy World,
And
and that's all we can play. We don't know the copyrights.
All right.
All
Come
right.
at us, Sega. What are you going to do?
Sega. Oh yeah,
Oh
sorry.
my God, they're here.
Our next
That's
episode's
what
gonna
they
be
say every time they come in the
Our
room.
next episode's gonna be Sega presents 90s Percentile. Our first topic: Kid Comedian. How amazing was it, and why should you pay $60 for it on eBay?
Really? 60
We're like
bucks
right
on
out of the 90s. Like, why should you pay $60 for it? Anyway.
Why are they always yelling?
Yeah,
Why do
I
you
don't
have to
know.
yell?
Sega was a very aggressive company.
It really was. It really was.
But anyway, I do like Hydrox. I haven't had a Hydrox in like,
I don't think they make them anymore, right?
They don't?
I don't know. Maybe
I
they
think
don't.
there was a Planet Money episode about them. I'm not kidding.
Guys, how about Nilla wafers?
They have an episode about everything.
Nilla wafers are definitely still around and still delicious.
Still fantastic.
Depended
Still
on
as
my
good-
mood.
as good
If
as
I
the
was
other day.
hungry, they were like crack. But if I was
Yeah.
somewhat full, they just looked like eating like mothballs.
It took me far too long to realize it was a Nilla wafer because it was vanilla,
Yeah.
and they were trying to be like cool, like, oh, it's Nilla.
It's not vanilla.
This is
flavor,
not your dad's vanilla.
Nilla.
It's Nilla.
It's like how in the Japanese Godzilla movies,
Yeah.
the Matthew Broderick Godzilla is its own separate monster named
Yes.
Zilla.
Zilla.
Because they're too embarrassed by him to make him an official Godzilla.
And in Japan, Zilla wafers were frowned upon.
You don't want.
They tasted like Matthew Broderick,
They were
so that was a
18%
problem.
bigger since 1986, like the
That's right.
earthworms in
Yeah, that's-
Chernobyl.
Yep.
I know Godzilla very well.
You clearly do.
It's a good movie.
It's,
Size does
it's an
matter.
okay movie.
Size-
Size,
does
size
matter.
does matter, guys.
It's
Don't be
true.
size
This
queens.
ad is the size of a bus.
Listeners, if you weren't around in 1998 when Godzilla came out, that was part of the tagline
There was a
of the
bus
movie.
ad. That
There
his
was a
foot
bus
is the
out.
size of this bus.
Yes. And
All
all
right, what's
sorts
our
of
next
stuff.
snack?
How about fruit by the foot?
Oh, I love fruit by the
How
foot.
by the foot. I think we mentioned this maybe on a previous episode, but
Yeah.
what do they call it in Europe?
We did mention it, and we never
They
got any
don't have
answers.
feet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Probably the same.
Melons
ask
by
you
the
how you ate
metric.
it. How'd you eat it? I used to crimple mine up in a ball and just do the whole thing right at
That
once.
seems intense.
Yeah.
I was more of a unroller.
Oh, you ate it just by
And-
the foot.
and,
you literally followed the instructions.
I really
you said, I'm going
followed
to eat
the
this by the foot.
instructions.
I
Yeah.
would do it I'd pull it down vertically, play it like a double bass. I'd play Rhapsody in Blue.
You would slap with the
I would
bass?
slap
You
with
would
the
slap
bass.
with the bass?
And then I would eat it from the bridge down, and then finally tune the top with my teeth.
And you know what? I know you're messing with us. I know you're messing with us, but I can imagine
I
you
could
doing
see it,
something like
though,
that.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is 0% true. I don't remember how I ate it. I,
would
think
just
it strips.
I would just
think-
pop it all in my mouth, paper and all, and then I would just shit out the paper. Just I don't have time to take it apart. I just
you
want to
ate-
eat it.
You ate it like a duck. You didn't even swallow
yeah, I
it.
just don't swallow. Just get inside of me. Fruit by the foot.
Lunchables.
Lunch.
I was never big into Lunchables. I know that's like sacrilege as a
No,
90s
I was
person.
super
See,
into him. Super into him.
Honestly,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm actually disappointed in you because you come from an Italian. You come from an Italian American family. I'd figure your family would actually pack you.
I'm
turkey.
sorry I've dishonored you.
Turkey, prosciutto.
Yeah, my mom
And
would give me
mozzarella.
an actual salami sandwich every day.
Exactly.
My
Which
mom-
exactly.
it just-
Probably has killed me many times over.
I think
but
it was a double reasoning of lunch. My mom didn't have the time to quite do that, but two, I really liked Lunchables because again, it was like candy. It wasn't really a sandwich, and I think she was spoiling me. This might be a surprise to people listening to this white 31-year-old do a podcast about things from his childhood.
Yeah.
I was a little spoiled.
Oh, okay. Believe it or not, I believe it. Or not. I don't even know anymore.
So yeah, I got the Lunchables all the time. But here's
Did you
something.
chase it with a Capri Sun?
When
Is the question.
I totally did, although I could never get the straw right, and I would get so frustrated. I'd fuck it up.
Did you take it like?
It would go right through the other side and then just start leaking out.
It
and I'd
was
be like, "Oh, fuck."
frustrating. It was not as easy as they made it seem
Why
in those
stress
commercials.
us out in our
yeah.
45 minutes of peace?
Yeah. Just give me the Capri
That's all you
Sun.
get.
Give me the Capri Sun. Who cares about the straw? Hold the straw.
Yeah. Just put a little like a tap on top of it and just let me like flick a thing and Capri Sun
kids don't
pours
realize
out.
how hard it was. They probably have like an app that opens it up now. They use their fingerprint sensor and the Capri
Capri
Sun.
Sun. That's what they have
If
now.
that's not made, we should do that.
All right, patent pending.
right,
You
yeah.
heard it here first.
$2.99.
$2.99.
Hot fries. Those hot fries.
We talked about hot fries
What's hot
recently, and you
fries?
didn't know them.
I don't know what that
And,
Honestly-
like Andy Capp's hot fries, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
are the best.
Yeah.
They're
those are
actual
so good.
French fries?
No, they were like
Like corn puffs.
They were
but like
spicy
corn
snack
puffs.
that
long
looked
and
like fries.
Fry shaped.
Fry
Yeah.
shaped.
With spicy.
I think I'm from the Berenstein Bear universe on this one. I feel like I grew up in a universe that didn't have this Andy Cap fries.
and at some point you crossed over into this
I
universe.
came over here with my EIN.
Well, welcome with your EIN.
Bearstein Bears.
Oh, I see.
You guys know about the Berenstein Bears parallel split universe?
No.
Oh, we were we worked in separate campuses last autumn when this thing broke out, and my entire building got obsessed with how do you spell Berenstein Bears? And listeners at the audience, play along. How do you spell Berenstein
Like
Bears?
the kids' books.
like the Berenstein?
Yeah,
I don't know.
BEARNEST
EIN. IEN.
EIN. That's what
Oh, that's
everybody
right.
says.
Yeah.
But it was AIN.
It was AIN.
And people swear they have the books and they say, look, it says EIN, but there's no visual proof of this.
I
you
remember
know-
the AIN.
Yeah, you'd probably
remember
just
the
think like a
AIN.
little Jewish
Because-
guy writing it and being like, oh, EIN.
No, it was a husband and wife.
The husband and wife, their names were actually, I
Yeah.
think they were Berenstain, and they made it Berenstain because cute,
Right,
because
right.
people love
They're
bears.
bears.
'Cause
Bears.
they're bears. That's why their name's
That's why the
Berenstain.
It was a comic about 4 middle-aged Jewish people from the suburbs.
Yeah.
It was you know, for kids.
It was a children's classic.
I would love to read that series of books, actually.
I would too. I think it's called like sitcoms. I think it's called television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zebra cakes.
I hated zebra cakes.
I was
That's
never
Little
big into
Debbie.
zebra cakes.
I don't like Little
It would
Debbie.
actually give me diarrhea. Sorry, no, that's like too graphic, but I would be like audible.
We're gonna have to bleep
You know
diarrhea.
what? I think that brings up a good point. I mean, all of these.
What
foods
other
were
things give
really-
you diarrhea?
That's our next topic.
I mean,
I'm
they're just
sorry.
they're just really really terrible. Like
Yeah,
we
the-
were polluted.
It's-
as
it's
kids.
chemicals.
and
It's
it was
chemicals.
shoved down our throats.
Yes.
By the media when we were tuning in, watching Nickelodeon, watching all of our shows after school, whatever. This stuff came on in commercials, ran on repeats. We made our parents buy it.
Yeah.
I'm
And we're
hoping.
poisoned.
I'm hoping unless
There
you
were- There were definitely
poisoned.
commercials over and over again for Capri Sun, for
Everything.
sure on Nickelodeon, and
100%
Fruit by the
on
Foot,
repeat.
definitely. Yeah.
Our economy is not doing terrible, but we're doing all right, and we right now we're getting better with this stuff. We're getting healthier. Unless like the economy really tanks, I'm assuming we're gonna keep on that track. If we do, that means we're probably like the most self-poisoned generation in the history of mankind because
Yes.
we're getting better now. Like the chemicals
We're
we
getting
put in
better
our
now.
body.
I agree.
I mean, maybe the 20s, 30s when they had lead in their gasoline and gas,
Right.
and the guys pumping gas were literally dropping dead, and the lead industry was like, no, they're not.
No, they aren't.
and it's been 60 years, and it still has to say unleaded because it was so fucking scary.
Well, Jack, do we know
Maybe
that
tops us.
Do we know that the Capri Sun industry didn't hide the dead Capri
dead-
Sun distributors?
There's just
Where
like-
are the bodies?
There's just
I
like
want to know.
There's just a Capri Sun factory with open vats and bubbling yellow, and just dead bodies in white apron and white
As
overalls.
far as the eye can see.
Oh, my God.
That's the next Ron Howard movie.
Yeah.
And he'll probably get nominated.
Yeah, he probably will.
Again.
Best screenplay by the podcast, 90s Percentile. What?
What?
Teddy
All right.
Grams. Teddy Grams.
Teddy Grams. I
like
loved
Teddy
Teddy
we
Grams.
talked about Teddy Grams briefly too, and I believe me
Jack,
and Dan.
I think we're running out of 90s topics.
I believe me and Dan had a huge discrepancy here about cinnamon flavored.
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness. We were just talking about it.
No good.
Cinnamon
Gotta go
flavor.
chocolate,
Chocolate
or
all day.
Chocolate. I
or the
agree.
graham cracker one even.
Oh yeah, you got
No,
yeah.
I love
But
the
chocolate obviously the
Chocolate
best.
is the
But you
yeah,
can
it's
love
the
all
majority.
three.
No, you can't.
I
There's-
feel like the cinnamon.
There's a hierarchy.
I
Look,
feel like
sometimes I want like a
something
Johnny
cinnamon.
Walker Blue on ice. Sometimes I want a Bud Light Lime. It's
No.
No, that's
Jack-
a very Jack Pacone.
you're saying people what?
No, you know what? I'm gonna have to say with Jack
What
on
the
this
fuck
one.
are you trying to say?
So are you saying cinnamon Teddy Grahams are better than no Teddy Grahams at all? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it's nice to even have the options.
Have the option, like
All
Doritos.
Okay.
Sometimes I want Cool Ranch, sometimes I want Nacho.
But
True,
99% of the
true.
time you want nacho, but it's nice to have the Cool Ranch there.
no, I do about 50-50 personally.
You're
No,
wrong.
I'm more of a, I'm more committed to a nacho.
I'm a
cheese
pretty
Dorito.
nacho guy.
And how about
Really?
this? I have a ranch dip that I use.
Oh.
It's a
Speaking of poisoning ourselves. I think that's how Aristotle killed himself.
Yeah, he poured
was a
ranch
fat
dip in his
bastard.
ear.
He was like more ranch dip.
I didn't realize he was my butcher.
He was a
Philosopher and
Athens.
butcher.
He was Athens with a Greek American Greek accent.
There is no self. Here's your liver. That's my impression of
That
it.
was a great Aristotle, Jack.
It's about 2 seconds too late and 2 seconds too early at the same time. Next,
What else you got on your magical list
next
here?
snack food.
Shark bites.
I loved shark bites.
I always loved the actual picture in the front of the shark bite.
Yes,
More
yeah,
pictures.
there it is.
He
Yeah.
was just sort of like grooving. He had these crazy sharp teeth.
More
Yeah.
pictures.
Did not look inviting. I did not.
He's smiling.
Wait,
though.
shark
If you
fin
remember,
goes
he's
for shark
smiling.
Shark fin goes for $4,000 a pound in Japan. So
That's the that's
Shark
the
bites.
advertising company smiling. in
Yeah,
everybody's
they're like,
faces.
hey, you're gonna buy this shit. We can even put a fucking shark on it. These kids will buy it. They're stupid.
So they're Brooklyn shark bites.
Yeah, they're Brooklyn shark bites.
we have our own cove where we
Give me the
kill
fucking
all these
Brooklyn
candy
shark.
sharks one day a year.
Yeah.
Hayden Panettiere's trying to stop us.
That's what people don't know is they actually killed candy sharks out in the
They do,
wild
yeah,
and
exactly.
then bagged them
They don't
for shark
grow
bites.
them on trees. That's
right.
ridiculous. It's
No,
candy.
of course.
No, I would say shark bites was the king of fruit snacks.
Of fruit snacks, for
It
sure.
reigned the jungle until the modern mid to late 90s technology boom of Gushers.
Oh
and
my
then,
goodness!
and then
which led
like
me to the
Gushers
next
kind
You
of
know what?
changed the game.
You know what? Can I take an unpopular
Yeah.
stance? I like Shark Bites better than Gushers.
You're vintage. You go vintage. There's
I'm
nothing
old
wrong
school,
with that.
Jack. They
Let
had
me guess.
the great white shark was in there. What
Yeah.
flavor was that? I don't know, but it
was
was
the same- it
delicious.
was-
You don't
Great.
like the jelly
Fucking great.
consistency.
White was great.
in
I
the
don't like the
inside.
jelly consistency. And you know, sometimes you open up the Gushers packet and they're all like stuck together, and it's like, what is that? Come on.
Yeah, you just
I
eat
don't
them all
want
at the same
work.
time.
Yeah, that's
like-
what I do.
Wait,
but-
so you like the great white shark?
yeah,
White was great.
yeah.
All right, just
White's the best.
White is right. Airheads. I mean, you know.
The candy, obviously.
Clearly.
it's getting too weird.
We're all joking, right? I feel like one of us is, and we don't know which one.
Tell us on the Reddit. Anyway,
Rob,
guys.
get any movies coming out? Hashtag who's more racist?
Oh no! Don't
Did
use
you
that
guys
hashtag.
remember the snack Kudos? It was by M&M's.
The kudo? Yeah, it was like a granola bar, right?
Granola
yeah,
bar.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were-
I
Oh,
remember
that
those.
was
They were
boring
taking like
snack
they
to
were
me.
trying to take like a healthy stance, and it
Yeah.
somehow
Yeah,
did
yeah,
not go
yeah.
well.
But I'm pretty sure there were ones that were just like covered in chocolate. Like
yeah.
they were
Oh,
just
absolutely.
chocolate bars.
Even-
They were covered in
even-
M&M's.
Yeah.
No, Kudos
M&Ms
was
and
not healthy.
chocolate
Kudos
drizzle.
was solid corn syrup with
Yeah.
like a leaf in there.
A little fun fact: Mars bars actually made them. Like
I
the
believe
company
it.
Mars.
I
So-
believe it.
Yeah, it's a candy company.
And are they saying kudos to you on choosing the healthy option, even though it's not? It's covered in M&Ms.
No,
Kudos,
it's
we got
actually
your money again.
Yeah, we're everywhere, and we want your money.
I think it's an acronym. It's like kills us doing our
Selves?
selves.
It kills us doing ourselves.
They didn't work on it. They were just like they knew that the acronym was good enough.
They were doing a live boardroom brainstorming session where they can't come back and take out the racist stuff. They just have to move forward and assume everyone knows we're joking.
I was talking about the candy. I don't know why you keep saying
well,
racist.
I don't know what you're talking about anymore. Yeah. So 34 minutes
What's
left.
our next snack food?
Uncrustables.
Uncrusted.
Uncrustables was a good idea, but I hate peanut butter and jelly. So I've never had
That's-
one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like peanut butter. I'll eat a jelly
Man,
sandwich.
you are just like
but
Mr.
that's it.
Contrarian today.
You know,
But
sorry
I thought you
guys.
didn't like
No,
the
no,
jelly
listen, Jel-
consistency.
I'm a contrary man even to myself. I don't have a lot of inner consistency.
It took me a while to get really into peanut butter. I actually was a big. It's because I was such a fat bastard growing up, but I was just always butter and jelly, just butter.
no,
and jelly.
Actual butter.
My grandma was
Butter
big
on
on
Italian,
butter.
on
Yeah.
Italian,
English muffin.
on Italian bread,
Bang
English
it.
muffins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
No,
agree. It's delicious.
I can't for the life of me. I've gotten slightly better as an adult, but not really. I can't spread butter on bread. I just rip the bread open. I can't do a good job. So basically, I just take a slice of Italian bread and I pick up a wedge of butter, like as if it's like an oven mitt, and then I just put the whole thing in my mouth. Like that's and like.
Probably the most efficient way to eat it.
All I think about when you're doing that is like sloth, like bah.
But I have to. But the thing is, like, if I'm at if I'm at Olive Garden or a Carrabba's or something. But if I'm at, like a really fancy place, I have to figure out how to still eat it that way, but in the classiest way
Right.
possible. You actually watched me do it like 2 weeks ago. I don't even think you noticed because I've
Yeah.
gotten so good at hiding it that I'm stuffing it in my face like an oven mitt.
This is
At
your
the
secret
restaurant?
shame.
At the
Yeah.
restaurant?
Yeah, we went to a really, really nice steakhouse in the city. Well,
Okay.
let's give him a free ad. What was the name of the steakhouse?
Smith and Winsky's.
Smith-Winsky.
All right.
Outback Steakhouse.
So, so I go.
I like Smith and Winsky's.
I love
yeah.
a good steak, but I love a good steak well done. I don't like
That's
any.
you
Oh my
are
goodness.
insane.
I don't know if you remember, but at your
this is the
bachelor
best
party,
story
we
ever,
went to a
though.
steakhouse and
I
I,
do
ordered
remember.
a Caesar salad.
I do remember that.
And I was very hated on. Well, I had lost all my money in blackjack like 15 minutes earlier, so I couldn't afford the steak. But I told everybody it was because I wanted the salad. I wasn't hungry.
We didn't buy it. We didn't believe it. Did you really eat your steak well done?
Anyway, this is
Well, I
this is an
tried.
amazing story.
Okay.
So
Go
essentially,
on.
Jack, we're going around the table, and Jack had made it very obvious.
Well,
in
you
body
all
language.
wanted to split one big steak.
We
and
wanted to get the
that was
porterhouse for two and order
Of
a bunch of
course, that's
sides.
the best thing to get.
That's what you do,
Of
especially.
course.
And I was like, sorry, guys,
Absolutely.
I can't eat it. I can't maybe medium well, and I can't eat it any lower than that. And so I had to get my own separate steak. They were giving me such shit. They're like, "You need the chicken fingers menu."
French fries.
So they made me
really?
super self-conscious. I was like, I'm sure they get a few guys every day that orders it well done. It can't be that.
No, you don't
irrelevant.
go to
Well done.
steakhouse if-
Why don't you just eat a box of
You
char?
were telling me there's like not some billionaire who's just like, I like it well done, and they're like, yes, sir, of course.
Guys, what do you get? Medium rare? You guys
Yeah.
medium rare guys?
Medium rare.
I'm medium rare.
Absolutely.
Medium rare.
Delicious.
So we order, we order a porterhouse for two, a ribeye.
Yeah.
We
Going
get
around,
a
the
bunch of
waiters
things.
getting hungry.
at the table. Going
Hell yeah.
around.
So we look at it's like out of a movie. Guy's like, "Sir," and we all like just turn our heads to Jack. Jack's like, "I'll take a steak. Well done." And he goes,
Who's this old Irish guy?
Excuse me?
He leaned all the way in that
He's
his
like an
mustache
older
was like
guy.
get,
Like he
almost
couldn't
lit on
believe
fire.
what he heard. It was like,
And I was just like, well done, please.
Oh man.
And he goes, did you say well done? And then I said, yes, sir.
He said, "Yes, sir."
asked him three times.
Sorry, sir. He
Oh,
did,
no, no.
sir.
I think I said,
sir.
oh, it was either yes or I might have said like, yes, please. And so he walks away.
Slowly.
Walks away slowly. 10 minutes later, I get my steak. It is raw. It is just completely.
It's no joke.
Good.
It's more rare
rare. Yeah.
than
Yeah, yeah,
our
yeah.
steak that we ordered.
That's to teach you a lesson,
And-
Jack.
He's
and-
like, "How's that?" The guy
yeah,
walks
he
by.
came back about 5 minutes into the meal and he goes, steak cooked to perfection, sir.
That's
I was
a bold move.
I was
was a
so
power move.
like
It was a
I
power
knew
move.
what
It was
I
a
was
power
doing
move.
was not cool, but I didn't expect such
yeah.
backlash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got home. I told my story to my girlfriend. I was traumatized by it. It was horrible.
Did you actually eat it, or what did you do?
Oh, I smothered it. Despite them, I smothered it in like A1 and their
sauce?
their steak sauce or
Yeah.
whatever. And I was really drunk, so it came down easy.
Yeah.
It went down easy. It didn't come out easy.
It
My
never
body
does.
was like, "What's this red stuff in here? Is this fruit by the foot juice?"
All right. Is this ketchup?
No, I don't eat ketchup. I will not eat ketchup.
Wait a second.
Fruit by the foot
Ketchup
juice.
skeeves me out like nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Oh God,
Hey, you shouldn't be judging peanut butter guy over there.
Peanut butter's gross.
I had the worst thing happen to me. If ketchup gets on my skin, I just like it's revolting. And then, so
vinegar and tomatoes.
So my living room was a
Dude,
total mess this weekend because my girlfriend works on movies and she brought all the wardrobe of the entire movie in and she didn't have time to organize it, so she just dumped it. And I made a mess. The huge place was a mess. I couldn't see the floor.
I
And
can't wait to see how this ties into ketchup.
Yeah.
and
I'm waiting for it.
we had a bunch of Amazon Prime boxes for the stuff she's ordering for the movie, and
Okay.
that bubble wrap is everywhere. So I'm trying to walk around my apartment to get shit done in the morning and throughout the afternoon. I don't have time to clean yet, and every once in a while I would step on a bubble wrap and it would pop really loud, and I'd scare the shit out of myself. So
Okay.
finally, I start cleaning. I clean everything. I have 2 coffees. I clean everything. I step on another air bubble. It pops. I scare the shit out of myself. I'm like, all right. I clean, and I'm cleaning, and I smell ketchup everywhere. And I thought I was cleaning.
see what you've done.
I was cleaning We Studios.
Yeah.
And sometimes we eat Popeyes on our tables before we record.
That's
And I was
true.
like, fucking Dan left a ketchup packet.
You
and didn't
son of
throw
a
it out.
bitch! You blame me.
And I smell it, and then I look, and the big TV screen we have in We Studios with the clock at 28 minutes 15 seconds. There's a big white wall, and it looked like an episode of Dexter. It was just splattered with red. And I looked down, and I realized I had stepped on the 90% of a ketchup packet, so it all
Wow.
shot out the 10%.
That's a good arc. If you
Everywhere.
got all the way up on above
was
the TV.
It was a money shot.
Splatter.
on the,
Yeah.
Huge arc
Good God.
all over my shoe, and I hate ketchup, and I had to clean it off the wall and in the rug
What
and on my
kind
yoga
of
mat.
90% of ketchup? It sounds like it went all over your room. It didn't sound like.
Well, because I stepped on 90% of it, it had just a very little hole to come out of, so it came out in crazy force, but it was
Right.
directed.
You propelled
concentrated.
it.
Yeah.
It is-
Concentrated ketchup.
I mean, and
Concentrated ketchup blast.
I just spent half a paycheck on a new summer wardrobe because they opened up a Banana Republic next door,
Yes.
and everything's on 70% sale, and I was
Right.
like, I can't afford a banana shirt at 60%
you can't afford
off.
not to buy it.
So I bought a bunch of clothes, and it was sitting next to the ketchup packet. I just dumped them all down, and it just missed all of them.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah.
good.
I would have lost my mind.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jack.
I fucking hate ketchup, guys.
We're learning that.
Sorry to
I
bring
can
up such
tell.
a touchy subject.
Yeah, I told you guys to keep it softballs today.
No, sorry.
I was like, this is a lighthearted, fun comedy podcast.
All right. Well,
Don't
we should
bring
get
up
up ketchup.
ketchup.
All
We
right,
should get
well-
up ketchup and go on to the next one.
Okay, do you guys want to keep going on snack foods
I
or?
think we've exhausted this
I think we've
topic.
exhausted
I think we should.
snack
I should be. We should
Okay.
move on. And try.
Let's play a
something
quick
else.
game.
We're about halfway through.
Let's play a quick game of Likewise then. Family Feud, final round. Everybody just say one snack food that we all missed. We'll say it at the same time and see if we're all on the same page. or
that we
not.
all missed because it's not around
Yeah,
anymore, or
haven't
we didn't
said
mention
yet.
it now?
We haven't mentioned
okay.
a snack food yet that we all really love. Think about it for a few seconds. 'Cause
man.
I can't think of one. I'm
I got
trying.
one. I got
I'm
one.
also trying. Oh, I got one. Okay. Mine's still around though. It's not really a '90s thing.
Mine too, though.
If it came out in the 90s, that's good enough.
It
I
was
think it
out
did.
in the '90s.
Absolutely.
Probably not
I think we
exclusively.
said all my stuff. I might just say one we already did already.
Mine's Swedish Fish. I'm just throwing it out
Mine's
there.
Gushers.
yeah.
Mine's Milano cookies.
Milano
Ooh,
cookies are
cookies.
delicious.
Yeah.
What's yours, Rob?
Um.
Good and plenty.
That sounds like a softcore.
I have to go Pringles. I have to go Pringles. On that.
Pringles,
is a
solid
good one.
choice.
Pringles is a good one.
All right.
All right, so, Rob, that was your topic, the snack foods?
Yes.
Yeah.
George, you can either pick, you can spin the wheel of death, or you can sell
can
your
s-
topic
your
ticket,
topic ticket.
to Rob, Danner, or myself.
Okay.
It's called the punt.
I want all of the. I want to spin.
You want to spin the
All right,
wheel?
so
okay.
we have about 450
We
suggestions.
got more than that. We're up to almost at 550.
All right, so we
People
have-
keep submitting things,
so
and we're
you-
not getting through them
cool.
So
quickly.
you guys are
Cool.
giving us our random 90s topics, but one of the slots is death.
It says death, and then we will all kill each other if that
we
is
will,
death.
we will perform podcast seppuku if
Hence the wheel of
there's
death.
a-
So
you guys signed the contract.
yes, everyone walking through this door has to sign it. So here we go. All right, our random topic. I'm getting it right now. The tension is killing me.
No, Rob just came back from the bathroom with a ton of beers, and everybody's very happy right now.
Thank you, Rob.
And
But he didn't bring a bottle opener.
Rob did everything except bring the bottle opener.
See, that's what you guys don't know.
Uh-oh.
I do.
Oh,
Oh.
he's on it.
Father
He's
of
on
Robin.
it. He pulled out the bat bottle opener.
It's a giant R.
It's a battle opener. All right, guys, I have our next topic. It was suggested by Will.
Thank you, Will.
So thank you,
you,
Will. Our topic is Nickelodeon Guts.
Guts!
Do you have it, guys?
Guts.
Right? Was that like the? Was that?
No,
That
it was
was
actually
it.
it was actually guts.
Michael O'Malley. You got Mike O'Malley. You got Mo up in the booth.
I
Mo?
never watched an episode of Guts.
Are you
in my
kidding me?
life.
You've never watched Guts.
I'm sorry. I ate peanut
You
butter.
guys seem like you watched
I
Guts.
love that.
Okay, yeah.
Global Guts, all about the guts.
Global Guts,
right now.
absolutely.
The Aggro-Crag.
Yep. Then you had the
Aggro-Crag.
Mega Crag. Remember that
Yes,
one? And then I think
absolutely.
they had like the Super Mega Crag or some shit. You know, it
Yeah,
was all the same.
absolutely.
They
just
didn't
rebranded
change it
No,
at
it was
all.
the same.
Yeah.
It was all the same. It was
I'm-
only on 4 seasons. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It's not long.
I never watched it, so
All right, Jack,
What
you're out
about
of this
Global
conversation.
Guts, though? Because Global Guts kind of took over, and then it was different countries.
It actually counts the same thing. Guts, global guts.
what
in
did they
season
pit
4.
countries against each other?
It was
Yeah.
basically they
Like
did
Olympics?
in
Pre-Olympics.
Global Guts. It was an Olympic style thing.
That's better than the Olympics. Olympics are boring.
If you never saw Guts, here's what it was. It was a kind of physical challenge type show where 3 different kids would compete against each other in these kind of, I guess, feats of strength is what you would call them. Like
Yeah.
they'd have to row across
Was it
a
more
moat.
feats of strength than obstacle course? Because right now you're telling me it was
It
Double
wasn't-
Dare without the trivia.
It was. That's kind of a good way to describe it, but it was less gross than
It
Double
was like
Dare.
American Gladiators for
that's
teens.
a perfect way of
Exactly.
describing
That
it.
sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was a great show, and it was hosted by Mike O'Malley in his pre-yesteryear
Here's
days.
my question. Well, everybody's dream is to get on a game show like that, but it's kind of hard to do because there's only so many spots and they got money. Yeah.
Right.
What if they opened up a place where you just go and do it and you pay them, like a you know the gyms that have the walls, like a rock climbing gym? Why not have like a Guts Nickelodeon Double Dare gym?
They
call it
Royal
Universal
Caribbean- I
Studios.
think Royal Caribbean has it. Like
they
like
this
cru-
this
cruise
actually
ships
is
have it.
becoming a thing. Like
I know
where-
in Dubai they have crazy shit like this.
Yeah, well, in Dubai they have the
Dubai,
play.
they
they
and
have
all
lots
sorts
of
everything.
they do.
Yeah, I don't know. According to that
Something
Seinfeld episode where Lane went to India.
No, well Dubai is
I've been to Dubai. Dubai's crazy.
Dubai's not
Really?
India. Dubai's United Arab Emirates.
Well, then I don't
It's-
know what I'm talking
You're
about,
talking
Jack.
about-
This isn't geography
No, no,
You're talking
percentile.
about like Abu Dhabi.
it's an-
and
Yeah, there you
Dubai.
go.
It's an oil-rich country that has so much money that it's 130 degrees outside Fahrenheit,
Yeah.
but they have indoor ski rinks. That's what I was getting
Well,
to.
that's
man.
one of the
Somebody
tourist
ran a-
attractions. It's part of the crazy big mall they have there, which is an aquarium inside. And all these.
So
amazing-
I'm saying
Wow.
uber-rich millennials, the Mark Zuckerberg generation, if they don't want indoor ski lifts. They're going to build these indoor
Mark Zuckerberg
guts.
is the same age as us, by the way.
I know, but we're not billionaires.
No, we're not.
We are a different species.
So we're a different generation. Okay, I'll
Hashtag
take
no,
it.
no, no, no.
billionaires.
Billionaires that are our
Oh,
age.
billionaires from our generation.
From
I
our
see.
generation, yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to want to build that shit, and eventually it'll be,
Yes.
you know.
Well,
I don't know,
I
maybe
feel
they'll
like-
have a coupon day.
laser tag. There's laser tag and like.
there definitely is laser tag, and there's
Universal
also like
Studios has stuff.
trampoline world, which is just
Yeah.
it's- I've never been there, but it's just trampolines as far as the eye can see, and you
That
just go
sounds like
nuts.
a terrible insurance policy.
It does.
Right?
You must sign a lot of waivers when you go into that.
Like Discovery Zone. Do you guys have Discovery
Yes,
Zone?
I loved Discovery
love
Zone.
Discovery
Yeah,
Zone.
yeah, yeah.
The first time
I'll
the
take
one
my kid
opened
there
up
all
in
the
my
time.
neighborhood, I was too tall to go on any of the rides.
Of course you
So
were.
I had to watch all the
Daddy
other kids
long
play
legs.
at all the
Jack's
birthday parties.
been this height since he was 7 years old.
I sat with like all the parents and just,
You're like, oh, it looks fun in there.
this is why I like for me like a conversation podcast is I stick to talking about doing the dishes and steak how well you want your steak done.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
these
yeah.
were the Discovery Zone conversations I was having while the other kids played in the balls.
So were you talking with elderly people about how do you get your steak? I like mine well done.
No, but I would be like, Ross Perot makes some good. I don't know why I'm doing that voice. I'd be like, Ross Perot makes some good points. No, I always tried to act
Wow.
like an adult because I
Okay.
always sat with the adults because I was too tall to play in the Discovery Zone.
Well, Discovery Zone was awesome. You missed out.
Apparently.
It was just basically like a crazy ball crawl, like maze type thing. And I always thought, even as a kid, I was like, they should have this for adults. Like when I get older, I still want to come to
Exactly.
places like
That's what I'm
this.
saying.
Yeah, I think places like that are becoming a little
I
bit
know,
more
but
common.
they gotta hurry up. I'm getting old and my back hurts.
All right, listeners, we're gonna pool our money together and build one of these places before Jack's back completely falls
I
apart.
signed up for a gym 5 days ago. I've worked out 5 days in a row. I've gotten up at like 6 in the morning. That's more than I've worked out in the last 5 years.
Absolutely.
And how do you feel, though?
My back hurts.
What are you doing at the gym? Are you just doing nothing but like back crunches?
I keep jumping into this sticky
He's doing
metal
bunches,
that's sticking
back
out.
crunches, bunches.
I'm doing trampoline world, and I keep missing.
I just keep hurling my back into this metal pole. Is that not
I
working
don't know.
out?
I'm in a lot of pain.
Yeah,
just
well,
gotta
I
keep
can
telling
tell.
her- we gotta keep telling ourselves that it's not only the gym. That's the thing. It's another part of the diet.
the stomach
Diet.
surgery.
It's the diet.
It's getting the Al
nip
Roker
and tuck,
surgery.
The nip and tuck.
There you go. I'm not ashamed to admit that more often, or very often, I go to eBay and I look for the Aggro-Crag
Yes.
to see if someone is selling the piece
trophy?
of the Aggro-Crag
Yes.
that the kids
Right.
won at the end of Guts.
That's gotta be
because
worth a
I
lot
fucking
of money.
want that.
That's gotta be worth 4 or 5 figures.
You think so?
No, I don't know about 5
Well, why don't we
figures.
look it up?
You don't think some rich Wall Street kid our age would
Maybe.
spend $15,000 on that or something?
I would probably pay $100 for that. I don't think I'd pay more than that though.
Is it a one-of-a-kind thing?
Aggro-Crag for sale.
Is it really one?
Is it a? Oh, it's not a one.
dark Aggro-Crag.
Holy
it-
shit!
I was picturing like
$10.
$10.
$10.
I was picturing a one-of-a-kind set
now.
piece.
Oh, that's like that's a replica. That's
sorry.
not
I
legit.
didn't know you wanted the original.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. If it's the original, if it's a one-piece kind of thing,
It's an original thing.
like
So-
it was the wheel from Wheel of Fortune.
Well, no, that's not what it is. When you won an episode of Guts, you got to take home, quote, a piece of the Aggro-Crag. It was just this glowing rock trophy.
Oh,
So
all
the
right.
the culminating event in this competition series
In this battle of the bodies.
was essentially a mountain climb through obstacles and
Sounds
Right.
so
different
cool.
rock structures, and you had to climb and you had to watch
Well,
out
I
because the
wanna
rocks
do
would fall
that.
through, kind of like Legends of the Hidden Temple, but like
I never seen that
climb.
show. I never watched this.
Boy, you just did not watch the like sporty shows on
Jeez.
Nickelodeon.
I love Double Dare. I
I
watched.
liked Temple of Doom. Not Temple of
Le-
Doom.
Legends of the Hidden
Legend of the
Temple.
Hidden Temple.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about,
Yeah,
Temple of
that's what you
Doom.
just mentioned. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
welcome to the
Temple-
show.
My bad.
Temple of
Back.
Doom's a good movie, though.
That
I like
is-
that one
is
too.
a good one.
I do like Temple of Doom. I would say it was. This is a little crazy. I'd say it's better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I don't know about that.
I would
Which
have
one
to
was?
agree
Where
with
was
you.
was Temple
I'm
of
gonna
Doom
agree
the
with you
one
on that.
shot in Jordan in Petra
It's the second
the-
one.
in the desert?
The third one is the one that's shot in Jordan with that building that's
red?
built into the mountain.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's
the
Last
third
Crusade.
one.
That's my favorite one.
So
That's
Raiders-
also
That
my
is the best
favorite.
one. That's my favorite
That's.
one.
I think it's better than Raiders. I know that's.
Oh no, I completely
I
agree
agree.
with you.
I'm 100%.
Sean
agree.
Connery and Harrison Ford are just too great together.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Completely
Speaking
agreed.
of Harrison Ford,
Oh,
I got to give Rob Gorrie props. He was up for. He auditioned for Han Solo for the young Han Solo. Didn't
Yeah,
get
me
it,
and-
but
me
that's
and
okay.
3,000 other actors.
Wow.
And I
Well, that
coached
was
you.
like the highlight. But
You
that,
did. You gave me some good topics.
What do I?
You
You
know,
know,
good-
I
good
I
things to
gave you the.
reference.
I gave you the line to improv.
That's right.
I told him to say, do the line.
I don't remember the line.
It was. I have a bad feeling about
Oh
this.
yeah.
I told him to slip
okay.
that in there.
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I
okay.
slipped it in right at the end, but it didn't matter because they went with somebody else.
Yeah.
I
They
did a
were-
horrible job.
Who'd they go with? It was like,
That's probably why I lost the role.
I was
actually.
like Mickey and Rocky one.
probably is.
This kid's
who'd they
corny.
go? They went with a British actor. Was it a British actor?
What's his name? It's like Aaron
Oh, it's
Eckhart.
the, no,
Aaron
it-
Eckhart?
it's the kid
Is it Aaron
from.
Eckhart?
I think it's the kid from the Cancer movie, Fault in Our Stars.
No,
No,
not him.
That's Ansel Elgort.
This is the
He's-
kid
he-
from
He was in.
Well, you're saying it. It sounds like it's gonna be
the
Jamie
Julius
Foxx.
Caesar movie. He was in the Julius Caesar
Yeah, he was in
movie.
Hail
He had-
Caesar,
he
which
was
I
like
didn't
the
see.
Oh, I haven't
standout.
seen it yet.
Yeah.
He was like a standout role in that film.
George Clooney.
He's been around for a little bit.
Yeah, it was George Clooney.
He was actually like
He's
Was
playing
he was
young
90s
Han
George
Solo.
Clooney. He was 90s George Clooney with the Caesar.
I would watch the shit out of a solo Han Solo movie. A solo Han Solo movie.
Yeah, starring George Clooney
Just Han
as
Solo
young
doing
Han
himself.
Solo.
A Solo Squared. starring George Clooney.
You're never alone when you're solo square.
Starring George Clooney as Han Solo 20 years older. I would watch the hell out of that.
I would definitely watch that. I don't know about that Han Solo movie. We've been talking about Star Wars a lot on this show.
I
but
don't know. I think Rogue One looks
Spielberg
awesome.
supposedly vouched for the kid. So,
okay, all right.
Spielberg
If
vouches
you got
for a lot of
Spieley
stuff.
back in you,
Spielberg vouched for the Terminal.
It's Spielberg.
Spielberg, you know.
I like the Terminal.
I've never seen the
I'm
Terminal.
actually a huge Spielberg fan.
Yeah.
How do you
why
feel
not?
like that new spin-off of Star Wars looks?
Rogue One?
Rhoda?
One.
I'm all about it.
I looked at it. Honestly, I looked at the trailer. I was like, that looks better than Star Wars.
I'm
looks
way
pretty
more excited.
awesome.
I'm way more
Forrest
excited. for it.
Whitaker is just unbelievable.
To me,
Totally.
Episode 7 was like the stuff was slightly different from the original movies. It was newer or whatever, like the X-wings and stuff. So it felt like it's like here's Star Wars but better. Rogue One trailer gave me the chills. Like here's Star Wars. Here's a Star Destroyer, like an old school
Right.
Star. You know, you didn't even see that in the prequels.
In the prequels,
it,
I
it
know,
looks
and
like
that's what
seeing a
makes it like,
1970s Star Wars movie, but with
Yeah.
modern.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks pretty good. I'm obviously going to see it, but I really liked Episode 7.
Me too.
No, I thought it was
do
great.
too.
That's
I
not
do
a
too.
knock. That's not a knock against
No,
Star Wars. That it was amazing.
It sounds like you guys hated it. I'm just saying. I feel very.
It was the
I feel
peanut-
very ganged up upon.
It was the peanut butter of the Star Wars movies.
Yeah. Wow, how dare you sully
no way.
Finn
That,
and
no, that was
Ray.
I feel like that was with the Darth Maul and that one.
Phantom
Phantom
Menace.
Phantom Menace.
That was the worst.
That was the peanut butter.
No,
That
the-
confused the
That
hell
was
out of
the
me.
peanut butter.
See, that was the worst. We got it from Rob
I
right
agree.
here. I agree.
Attack
I
of
was
the
like,
Clones
what is
was
this?
worse.
This
Attack of the
didn't
Clones
feel
was
like-
worse.
It didn't even feel like
I
Star
hate
Wars.
You agree,
sand.
George, too?
100%.
Okay, so I
3
thought
to
I
1.
was nuts because everyone's telling me
All right,
Dan's
so 2
wrong.
weeks ago we talked about this, and Dan says it's the worst one. I say Attack of the Clones.
No.
Me and our
Dan, I got your
guests,
back, man.
our
Thank
guests
you,
also
guys.
said it,
Appreciate
and then
it.
our entire Reddit, where all our commenters and listeners.
Yeah, our fan
And-
community was like,
I didn't want to
Dan's
say
wrong.
fan community because I feel like a third
Well-
of them are fans, and then
love your
2/3 of
fan
them are the,
community,
are
but
the
I just-
opposite of well
I
wishers.
don't agree.
Actually, I wanted to do this at the end of the show, and I'm going to totally forget. So
Okay, so let's do it now.
I want to give a shout out to a Clockwork Grufik because he
Yes.
starts a lot of our Reddit threads before
He
we even
does.
get a chance
Yes,
to
he
in the morning.
does.
So he's doing like
Or
some-
she?
Or
I
she.
don't actually know.
they.
They.
Anyway, thank
The
you.
entity
In
known
this-
as a
in this
Clockwork
gender,
Grufik.
gender is specific.
And they usually have really funny and quick, like Simpsons lines and stuff.
Quick witticisms.
Yeah, quick witticisms. So
Yeah.
I just
So
want to
thank
give
you
a
for
shout
that.
out. It makes more sense to do at the end of the
ACG.
show.
Yeah.
But I forgot like the last 3 weeks. So,
So we'll
let's
just do it now.
Here it is.
Yeah. I don't know. Rogue One looks pretty good, but I don't remember how we got talking about that when we were supposed to be talking about guts.
Harrison
cares?
Ford.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no
Right.
rules here.
Harrison Ford. You're right, of course.
Harrison Ford, Solo Squared, Guts.
I would kill to do a real life guts. There's they do obstacle courses in the city. I saw there's one actually this weekend I think on the Hudson River, but I don't. I feel like that's a whole thing you got to get into.
You guys heard about the zombie
It's a
run
thing.
that they do around here?
I have heard about the zombie run. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a marathon, but it's
Insane.
zombies.
Well, there's 2 teams.
It's
There's
2
there's a
teams.
zombie team where you dress like a zombie and your job is to chase the people.
So they're fast zombies.
Well, yeah, some of them are slow. It doesn't mean.
Oh,
it-
so like
it doesn't
old
discriminate.
people are the Romero
Doesn't
zombies.
matter. I mean, some
the
are
Aunt
fast.
Mays.
I'm so old.
I'm so old. I'm also the Romero.
Or you can choose to be the team that runs from them. Like
Right.
if that's your
So
fetish.
if you get
like if you just
tagged-
want to run from zombies.
if
like,
you get tagged, are you out?
yes,
I played a game.
That seems
it's
dangerous.
crazy.
When I was in college, we played like a campus-wide game of Zombie, where you signed up on a website, like everyone who wanted to be involved. And
Website.
You signed up on a web.
When was this?
This was in college. This
Oh,
was
I
like
thought you said this was in-
like 2004.
I thought you said this
How
was-
old do you think we are, Jack?
I thought you said this was before high school.
Jack's
No,
already
no, no.
45 years old in his heart, and he's just like,
No,
I'll go to bed, guys.
no, you would
I
sign
was
up.
watching Card Sharks on TV right before we started
That's not a
recording.
lie. Jack
no, it
was
wasn't.
watching
We walked
Card
in and it was no whammies. And then he
No
introduced
whammy,
us
no
to the
whammy.
Larson guy.
You see, the thing on Card Sharks is you always got to bet against the house. I don't even know if that's a thing you do on Card Sharks. Anyway, this game Zombie, when I was in college, you'd sign up on the website. One person was randomly assigned to be like the patient zero, and they were the first zombie. And you had to wear like an armband that said if you were a human or a zombie, so everyone knew who was playing. And all you had to do was touch one of the zombies.
So it's not like you're running around playing a game. It's like, oh, I see you in between
It was like-
classes in the
yeah.
campus. I'm going to go tag you.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And there were certain like safe spots. You couldn't do it in class. You had to do it like in the hallways or outside of the buildings. And I was living with my
What were
friend
you?
Chris.
Were you in it?
Yeah, I was in it.
What were you?
Well, only one person started as a zombie.
So you're human,
And then
okay.
it spreads out, and it's who will be the last to survive.
Wow.
What did they have to do? Carry like a
speaking of-
box of zombie armbands?
You would you would have like an armband
Oh, is it
on.
reversible?
Yeah, I actually don't remember.
Should be
Maybe
reversible.
Maybe it was
Speaking
reversible.
of
Good idea.
zombies playing tag. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about Game of Thrones.
I feel great about Game of Thrones.
How'd
Are
you
we-
feel about that?
Are we all caught up?
I'm caught up.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
Spoiler alert.
Let's say 30. Let's say 1 minute. There's 11 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock. 1 minute of Game of Thrones talk, and then if you can come back, hit that 15-second button 4 times, and we will not be talking about Game of Thrones.
All right, yeah.
all right.
Starting now.
No,
Don't waste our time, George. We got 55 seconds.
Hold the door. Exactly.
Look,
you beat me to
I was with the
Yeah.
story the whole time. I was with it emotionally. I was following the logic. I was moved by the episode. I thought it was one of the best episodes. But if you think about it, it's really stupid.
No, I
Come on.
completely disagree.
Hold the door.
No, I like that. I like it.
What if,
like
so
it.
if he
It's
seized for
poetic.
another 8
It's
seconds,
Shakespearean.
if he
almost.
had seized for another 8 seconds, his name would have been Hodo or Ho. Hodo. Ho.
But his whole life
I
was
liked
for
it.
that moment. You know?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I thought that was awesome.
I thought it was a little forced.
My last thing I want to talk about, and I won't talk.
I wasn't keeping track of the
Hurry
time,
up.
It's
so
20.
sorry.
On
guys.
10:20, we're done.
All I
Say
really want to say is, as long as they don't make too much of a thing of Bran jumping in and out of time, and really changing the story.
No, it's
Right.
going to be season
Too much.
7 time cop.
I hope not.
He's going to
Use
go
it
back in time to
carefully.
the Dharma
Yes,
Initiative.
Use it carefully.
Use it carefully and be wise.
Yes.
Grandpa Stanos is going to come out with a cane and hello, butthead. It's make like a tree and get out of here. You sound like a goddamn moron when you say it like that.
All right, that's the end of the Game of Thrones talk. If you're just
sorry.
joining us from
What
a
was
minute
our
ago.
actual
One
topic?
minute.
Well, I was still talking about
Star
this.
Wars Rogue One?
No, the actual topic is guts, but I'd rather talk about the zombie game that I played.
Yeah. It was all about the zombie game.
I just remember I was at work and my boss tagged me when I was leaving work.
Oh,
and
what
I
a
was so
dick.
pissed because I was
That's not
I was like
cool.
so good.
That's like sexual harassment.
Yeah, you could fight. It was.
Go to HR.
That's like taking advantage of his position to.
He grabbed my penis and he said, "You're just a dirty zombie." And I was like,
was
"No,
he-
don't."
Wait, was he signed up for the game?
No, he wasn't. Now that I think about it,
So you're still in?
yeah, I'm still in. I won. Yes. Take that, class of 2006.
You should Facebook them. Poke them all.
This is it.
That is the most uplifting sexual assault story I've ever heard in my life.
Ever.
I'm just glad something good could come out of it.
Ron Howard should direct that and win an Oscar.
Definitely.
Well, my actual story was
Yeah.
less exciting, but I was walking home after I'd been tagged, and I was so pissed off. And my friend Chris, that I lived with, was still a human, and I saw him. he was doing the dishes in the kitchen, and I was like,
no.
"Oh man, I'm gonna get him." So I just like kicked open the door and ran in and attacked him. And he was like, "What the fuck?" And he dropped a dish, and it was a whole thing.
Imagine
He got
imagine
mad,
how
but it was
dark
totally
it would have
worth it.
been if like the dish broke open and he slipped and he like cut his throat open and he died and like
That
you-
very well could have happened.
Chad, that's really morbid.
I know, but
It could have
It's
happened.
really morbid to think like, oh my god, I killed my friend in a car accident. But what if you think like, oh my god, I killed my best friend when I ran in like a crazy zombie? Like, booga,
That's how-
booga, booga, I'm a zombie, and now your friend's dead.
That's how the zombie apocalypse starts.
booga booga booga. I'm a
Yep.
zombie.
That's it.
Are you Bran Stark?
Yep, that's me. Sorry, guys.
That's the new Game of Thrones episode 9. Booga booga booga. That's what he says when he wargs.
You'll see. Oh man. Do we have anything
That
else we want
zombie
to
game
say?
sounds amazing. Why
Yeah,
isn't that
it was
still
awesome.
a thing? Is it because everybody has Square? What's it called?
Squarespace?
Not Squarespace.
What are you
the,
doing right now with your finger?
Foursquare?
Foursquare.
Maybe.
Like, it's just like, hey, I'm at the
I'm
local
sure. I'm sure people
bibliotech.
play it. I'm sure they play it. It's a very college thing.
I didn't have a campus. That sucks.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have a zombie game.
It was pretty awesome.
What are you guys giggling about over there?
No, we just got to update the basketball game just started. It's gonna
Oh, it sounds exciting as hell.
Sports, huh?
No,
Anyway, back to our Game of Thrones.
Back to talking about Game of Thrones and zombies.
It's actually more now. We were talking about this today. It's entertainment now. I mean,
What, basketball?
just professional sports in general, and it's become commercialized.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
definitely,
very
yeah.
upset about it. We feel like I mean, I can't speak for Rob, but we were talking about how we feel like players are just sort of being used, and I spit this. There's a tendency that some of these games are actually being thrown
Yeah,
Really?
just for money.
ratings,
think-
TV ratings, ad ratings.
There's no love of the game anymore. It's just like
For the hate of the game.
how many
Destruction.
Steph Currys can we cram into the sporting
True
match?
sport.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
No, it is. That's our sport rant.
Yeah,
I know.
that's it.
Well, as a
Well,
professional
sounds
wrestling fan, I think all sports should be fixed.
Oh, you like wrestling?
I love wrestling.
Who's your
Yeah.
favorite wrestler?
Of all time or right now?
Oh, of all time. Is it,
Yeah,
are
let's
you a
go around.
Hulkamaniac?
All
or a
time,
Hulkamaniac?
I gotta probably go Macho Man. Actually, I was a Hulkamaniac growing up. Maybe not so much nowadays.
Aw, jump up the Hulkamaniac.
A sexotape maniac.
You guys remember the WCW?
Of course, I was big into WCW.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was 2 separate nights. It's like
I like Ric Flair.
Yeah,
I
love Ric
I
Flair.
never watched
Dirtiest player in the
wrestling.
game.
I don't know any of these.
You don't know
wrestlers.
who we're talking
I know
about.
what their names are, and I can put some faces to them.
I like the Bushwhackers.
The Bushwhackers.
But
what was it?
I
Luke
kinda-
and what was the other one? Oh, crap. My
I
old
want to say
man
it's
brain.
something with a B. Something
Yeah,
with a
I want to say Bo, but I think that's
Yeah,
just Dukes
right?
of
Bubba. It
Hazzard.
was Bubba.
Bubba?
Bubba.
It was Bubba.
It was Bubba.
B. I think so.
Could have
I think
been.
it
I was X-Pac, man.
Bartholomew.
X-Pac. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stone Cold.
I love Stone Cold.
DJ
I remember,
Generation
I remember
X.
a lot of X-Pac AOL screen names.
Oh, man.
Yep, X-Pac had a lot of screen names.
Aim me at X-Pac 69.
My favorite part of AOL was, before we had like Wi-Fi, when you would like try to log in and the phone would be busy and you'd have like the
Before
crazy
Wi-Fi. This is
dial-up.
before cable.
Cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, the early days.
This is where there's like
Dial-up.
a hamster and a wheel running.
That's how America Online was both founded and crumbled. The
line-
hamster died, and that's how AOL went out of business.
I
They
got a
should have.
compact-
They should have put all their chips in one
Actually,
hand.
I
No.
think AOL is like still sort of around, right?
Yeah,
It is around.
I think it's part of Time
But
Warner.
someone,
right?
someone was
No,
like,
it's-
so I actually met one of my friends was dating someone from AOL, and I was like,
Bill
I met her.
Gates?
She's like, I'm like,
Was it-
so
was
where
it
do you
Melissa
work? She's
Gates?
like, I work for AOL. I'm like, that's still around? She was like, yeah. I was like, oh well,
It is.
We're not gonna get along. But
Well,
It's like an
AOL.
umbrella corporation.
I think now they're owned by Verizon.
They're wrong. Yeah,
think.
that sounds more right. Yeah.
AOL bought the Huffington Post. I know
Yeah.
that much.
Oh,
They
wow.
And then they were acquired, I
and
think, by
if-
Verizon.
I think too, at least as of a couple of years ago, the percentage of the market they still have is ridiculous. You would
Yeah.
think it's like 0%, 1%
Yeah.
or something. It's like 25% because
Yeah.
there's so many seniors that still use it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that sounds cartoonish, but it just
Wow,
happens to
they
be
found
true.
it- they
Yeah.
found the
Yeah,
niche.
I believe that.
They should call it America Old Line.
It's
am
like,
I right?
it's like the Werther's
Hey.
original of.
Werther's originals are delicious. You
love
want to talk
Werther's
about a
originals.
snack
That's
food?
a
All
good
right.
snack.
Oh,
That's
my
a good
that's,
one.
That's my candy that I couldn't think of. My one that we didn't talk about. Chocolate Reasons.
I love
Oh
Reasons.
my
Reasons.
goodness, that's a good one.
That chocolate was so good. The
Around the
Reasons were
same
okay.
around the same time I attacked my friend Chris and we broke a plate. We were both very into eating Reasons for some
I
reason.
think it's related.
Yeah, I think it is.
How about the Andes mints, the chocolate mints with the green foil
Those-
around?
I
them?
know what you're
I
talking
would
about.
go
Those
back
are
and forth
good.
between totally grossed out and totally into them.
Yeah.
To me, that was like fancy. My dad, it was like the candy my dad had in his caddy ashtray.
Right, exactly. That's not. I'm sitting down to
yeah.
eat candy.
Yeah, it was a little too sophisticated for me.
That's a fancy man candy.
My grandmother had that in a dish when you
Yes,
walked in.
of course. Yes.
I like
too,
my
absolutely.
steak well done, and my chocolate not Andes. I want like
you go.
a York peppermint patty with a bite in it.
Oh yeah.
All right,
love York peppermint
going
patties.
back to snack foods.
All right.
Are you guys into almond joys or mounds? Am I the only one who
I don't
likes
like
a lot of
almond.
coconut in his
I
chocolate?
wasn't-
I
in-
like coconut, but that's just starting to grow with me. That's an acquired
Yeah.
thing.
I don't even
think
think
it
I
is.
ever had one until I was like 25,
Yeah.
and ever since I had one, I love them. I think
Yeah.
that's also somewhat
Same
of,
page,
of
Jack.
a sophisticated adult candy. I think my dad also was an almond joy guy.
What was
Okay.
the song?
I'm enjoying coconut. Mounds don't.
Yeah, there you go.
Because
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Oh,
Right?
I don't think you say nut and don't though, right? Or is that the earlier commercial?
I think that was the earlier one. Was sometimes you feel like a nut,
And
sometimes
then
you
people
don't.
got so used to it, they took out the nut.
Yeah, sometimes you feel like a boot, and
And then
sometimes
eve-
you boot.
And then eventually it was just like,
Interesting.
eventually it was just like,
Effective
So
Yeah.
I guess we're old.
Effective
Is what
ad.
you're trying to say.
and now the commercials are just like, nut.
Like a nut.
like Hodor. Like Hodor.
And like the listeners are doing 99% of the work. Yeah. Brand, that's spoilers for Game of Thrones for the next 5 seconds. Brand walked into the old Almond Joy commercial. And we're back.
That's how they got the name Almond Joy.
Mike drop.
Andre.
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 He's this diabetic Hodor.
Oh man.
You know what? I'll say
So
this
that's
about
guts.
the commercialization of NBA. I will never not love the NBA on NBC song.
Oh yeah.
That SNL skit that you showed me a couple days ago.
There's an SNL
was the most
sketch.
hilarious thing I've ever
there's
seen.
an
in my
SNL
life.
sketch
Classic
I really
SNL skit
love.
theater.
It's Vince Vaughn who's hosting, and it's Jason Sudeikis and Tim Robinson, who was only a featured player for a year.
I remember him.
But he was a writer. He might still be a writer.
I think he still
totally
is.
underrated. He's really great. He's on Netflix as the characters now. It's him and Jason Sudeikis as the Tesh brothers, and they wrote NBA on NBC, but with lyrics. And the lyrics are ba 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 basketball. Give me pass the ball. Dunk it. And they just sing that over. And
that
it's like
skit. Yeah,
anti-humor.
yeah,
Yeah.
So he was telling me a couple
Yeah,
days ago,
that's
and
awesome.
hysterical crying at work. I have never laughed that hard.
Basketball.
It's a really
That's
funny
amazing.
sketch.
Yeah, that is great.
Are you pulling it up? Are you gonna pull it up?
I don't know
That's
if I have
awesome.
time. I'm gonna try.
We're running out of time here.
We're running out of time, guys.
Come on,
Great,
do
you
it.
got there's three of you. Just talk amongst yourselves.
All right, guys.
that's great.
Well,
Rhode
Jack.
Island. Rhode Island.
All right, let's talk about Rhode Island.
Hold on, that's where you're from.
Either an island or a road.
Discuss.
It also has the smallest area size in the country.
Yes.
Really?
It's the anti-Alaska.
Yeah.
Alaska's not the biggest, is it?
It's a pretty
Is Alaska
state.
the biggest state?
Yeah, by size, yeah.
Oh, all
and
right.
then
I
California,
thought
and then
Texas, maybe. Oh, California's bigger than Texas?
Maybe
They grow
not-
big in Texas.
Maybe not. California definitely has more people.
California's the most populous state. Yes,
but
that's true.
they're one is second, one's third.
I mean, I didn't know where Ishtar or whatever you were talking about
Ishtar?
before in Dubai. What were we talking about before?
Abu
Dubai
Dhabi.
and Abu Dhabi are very big. Dubai is where Ghost Protocol takes place, and he's up
No,
on the.
I don't know. What is,
Salad. Every
this?
ingredient is the
what are we watching? We're watching people eat
is food
salad.
That's an Almond Joy commercial from 2016.
Yes.
It's just close-ups of salad.
Sometimes you feel like an almond joy, and sometimes you feel like a salad. I don't know if we're going to get to this,
No, we
this
won't.
SNL skit, so
All right.
We'll see it afterwards.
we're just going to round out the clock then. We got 28 seconds left. Is there anything else we want to say about Guts or snack foods or Harrison Ford or
Michael
anything else we
Malley
talked
is
about?
a great dramatic actor. He was great in the first Christian Slater TV show, My Own Worst Enemy. He was great in that. He was great in Justified.
He was on Glee for
He
a
was
few
great
episodes.
on Glee. He's
Gonna
a-
take the
did
last
see
10
him.
seconds here to say a shout out to Johnny Warbe.
Yeah.
Miss you, bud. Wanted to make you wait till the last minute.
Love
There you
buddy.
go.
Well, you still have 3 seconds, so.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you.
Well, we're not over yet. That's just the end of our clock.
All right, that's the end of the clock.
Oh.
And now we go for another hour
60 seconds are back on the clock.
Oh, I didn't know Vince Vaughn was in this sketch.
and
Oh,
back
it's
into We Studios.
brilliant.
Yeah, so
Of course he is.
So the timer's off. We're just gonna do before we wrap up the show.
Yeah.
We're gonna go around and say a quick. What have we learned today? What's
Yes,
something we
in
learned
this-
from
in this-
from this important?
We're doing the Lord's work here, is what I like to think of it as a good Catholic school child.
Let those without podcasting, blessed be the podcast.
Blessed be the podcasters, for they will have hot lunch.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned today.
Yeah.
George, what did you learn? Is it from the Bible?
I learned that Almond Joy is a mature chocolate taste.
There you go. It's an acquired
That's a
taste.
good one.
I learned that if I see a friend in the lunchroom that doesn't have a snack, I'm not going to give him a gusher. I'm going to give him an apple.
There you go. Got to wean them off that sugar. Jack, what'd you learn today?
Oh man, I guess I learned that Dan didn't like peanut butter. I don't. Think,
I still don't.
not that. I maybe I knew it, but not that adamantly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not for me.
All right, and what did Saturday Night Live Hulu clip learn? Let's find out.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. Basketball,
Please stop.
The repetition makes it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and it gets so
absolutely.
good. So they're like, can we try it with the lyrics separated? And they're like, that
no.
seems ridiculous. No, that seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
So finally they convince him and they're like, all right, we'll try it, but it's going to be terrible.
It's a melody-driven song. It's a
and then
melody-driven
he
song.
just starts singing basketball with John Tesh not playing anything.
Amazing.
It's a great sketch. It ends with a really dumb Keenan Thompson face. It's great.
I love really dumb Keenan Thompson face.
Getting that from,
that's just me.
since,
He's
all
great.
that.
Since all that days.
that.
He's-
But we'll
he-
save that topic for another day.
Oh, yeah, that could be another topic.
could be a
Maybe next
topic.
time you guys got to come back.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you
Thanks
guys
for
back.
having us, guys.
Absolutely. So before we close the show, if you want to get more content from us, from We Studios, you can check out our Simpsons podcast, which is worst episode ever. That's at wepodcast.com. And you can also check out our Sync Points, which are our movie commentary series. Those cost $2 a pop. They are excellent. You
They're
should
worth
get
it.
them.
They're worth
They're
it. Get
totally
it now
worth it.
before the dollar crashes.
Get
Get it now.
Get
Do
it.
it. Rob says get it.
Eventually,
Get it
those sync
now.
points are going to be worth as much as an Aggro-Crag.
That's exactly right. There are only 126 Aggro-Crags in the world. We looked up while
And
you
there's
guys were
only
talking
4
before.
sync points.
That's right.
So they are worth like 15 grand or something. So I'll probably never own one.
Nah, 1,500. You're okay. You can get one.
1,500. All right, I'll get there one day. And if you want to support the show, support what we're doing at We Studios, you can click our Amazon links, or you can just go to amazon.wepodcast.com. That's
What was that
W-E-E,
link again?
Amazon.weepodcast.com. It'll take you right to Amazon. We will get a cut, and that will be delightful for us. And if you also want to help us, but you don't want to spend any money on Amazon because you are a cheapskate or a tightwad or you just hate Amazon for some reason.
Maybe you're just investing in silver right now, which is not dumb, and you can't.
Well,
there's
it might-
really no way to get the silver to us. That's all. I get
just
that.
Spend your money. What are you saving it for? Just
A
buy it
solar-
on
a
Amazon.
solar
You can't
flare
take it
could
with
kill
you.
You
us
can't take it with you.
at
Go
any time.
Go on Amazon. Go to amazon.wepodcast.com. Buy the most expensive thing that Amazon sells, which I assume
Aggro-Crags.
is the Aggro-Crag. Yeah. But if you want to help us out and you don't want to spend any money, all you got to do is go to iTunes and give us a review, preferably with 5 stars. We have perfect 5-star reviews so far. And if
think
you
we
would
should
like
get-
yours to be
yeah.
read, just rate us. Just give us 5
Give
stars.
us 5 stars. Even if we're pandering and asking for it, and maybe we didn't earn it. It's like you give a quarter to a homeless guy, even though you know he's going to spend it on booze. It's like
Yeah, we're going to spend your $5 rating on a booze.
if that wasn't clear. Yeah. So since you both are actors,
yeah.
one a stage actor, one a movie TV actor, we're gonna have you guys each read a review. Rob, why don't you go first? Read this one here in your best John Grayson / douchebag rich guy from Preppie Connection, which was fucking hysterical. What was your first line in the movie?
Look at this fucking idiot.
I got to watch this movie. I should have
Great.
watched it before I
on
met you.
iTunes.
But
Rob killed it.
Okay.
While you're there on iTunes, take a look at the Preppie Connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Give it a 5-star review.
The title is "Love This Podcast." Do I want me to say the name? Do I say the name?
Yeah,
Okay.
we gotta give him a shout out.
This
or
is
her.
this is a JP right here.
This is the JP lead.
JP. All right. So this is from Yakub Bayani. Jack and Dan truly make this. Truly. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. God. All right.
Do you need cue
I
cards?
need, can I get
Take two. Take two.
Take it back. Here we go. Action. Give myself action. Damn it. Jack and Dan truly make my drive to work a lot easier with their podcast. With worst episode ever, huge Simpsons fan, and now 90s Percentile, I'm a child of the 90s. I am having so much fun listening to these topics and seeing if their perspective and thoughts line up with mine. I love the back and forth, love the jokes.
Wait,
Keep
for
up
this,
the...
for this last line?
Yeah.
For this last line?
Yeah.
Imagine, like, you just found your family dead, and there's the rain, and there's lightning, and there's, Hurricane Sandy is outside.
Keep up the great work.
Wow.
Wow.
I
That
got
was well
chills. They're
All right.
multiplying.
George, we're running out of time
Are you
here.
losing control?
George, you're a big music theater guy. Give us this next iTunes review.
Top Notch Podcast, 5 stars by Andrew's World, February 1st, 2016.
Are you soprano? What are you?
A soprano?
What,
No.
Am I a girl?
Wow.
what are you? I don't know. I don't know music
No,
terms.
he's hot.
What
He
are you?
can get in
Like
there.
a
He can get in
regatta?
there.
Like a bellicata?
I'm a tenor.
Yeah, you
All
can
right,
get in
you're a
there.
tenor. Okay.
Get it up there.
Give it a good tenor.
Sing this?
Sing it.
Best show on the We Podcast Network.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
I think he needs to start doing our 90s promos.
Yeah.
Real quick. Can you just say,
Good times.
if you want more content from We Studios, check us out at wepodcast.com.
If you want more content,
If you want more content from We Studios, check us out at wepodcast.com.
I need cue cards for that. I'm too drunk right now.
All right.
This is why we keep it to 60 minutes.
How about just wepodcast.com?
WePodcast.com.
.com.
Whoa. Oh, man.
We got rockapella here.
All right, guys. So we're definitely going to have you back. If only just so you can sing more promos for us.
We'll sing the entire next show. It'll be a musical.
But Rob, George, thanks so much for being here. Do you guys
Thank
have
you.
stuff you want to plug? Your Twitters, your upcoming projects, old projects, whatever you got.
Upcoming this fall, Our Time film coming out.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, Instagram, George Pappas 84. Also, going to be doing actually a show called This Time, which is really random.
Hey, it's our time.
Yeah,
Our
it's
time and this time.
This time it's our time. This time it's our time.
Whoa. All right.
Are they? I was gonna say, are they both the same movie? Or?
No, this time's actually based off a new rock musical. So I'm just doing a new reading of it.
I was gonna make
Cool.
a really obscure joke about how Repo Man is nothing like Repo Men, but never mind.
That's a pretty obscure joke,
That's for
Jack.
another day.
So we'll say that.
Yeah, I met Jackie No Breaks.
I'm at Then Dan Says. I have nothing to plug in my boring life.
Yeah, that's about it. My name is Jack.
And my name is Dan, and we will see you in another decade.